Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Quiz and Storyline. Today, we are going to talk about a movie set in a village in Poland where a mother and her son, Patrick, live. The population of this village is very low, but it is a tourist spot. Patrick's father works far away, so the mother and son have to stay alone here all the time. Patrick has always lived here, so he has always felt alone. For Patrick, his world consists solely of his mother. He always plays with his mother. He cycles with his mother. He swims with his mother, goes to the lake, and plays games. He doesn't have any other friends. His entire world revolves around his mother. Patrick and his mother also race against the train that runs near their village, and this is their daily routine. Patrick's world revolves entirely around his mother. Patrick and his mother have a relationship just like every other child has with their mother. This relationship, filled with love and affection, leaves no room for anyone else. However, Patrick's life is turned upside down when all the people from nearby areas start coming to the village with their children for picnics and summer vacations. They begin to stay here to spend their summer holidays. Patrick, who has always been alone, hasn't been able to get close to anyone, as he has struggled with making friends. But he notices that his mother has started going out every night. Initially, Patrick does not react to these changes. Every evening, his mother receives a call and leaves Patrick alone at home. Patrick waits for a long time. Sometimes, his mother doesn't return home at night, and other times she comes back very late. She spends a little time with Patrick but then leaves him alone, promising to spend the whole next day with him. Gradually, Patrick starts suffering from anxiety and depression due to his loneliness. He cannot cope with being alone as he has no friends. The next day, Patrick sees a new girl has moved in next door, who is likely spending her summer vacation nearby. Patrick tries to befriend her, but like a typical teenager, the girl does not give him any response. The next day, when Patrick's mother is about to leave the house again, Patrick feels very upset and throws a glass filled with juice on her dress. This makes his mother very angry, and she starts scolding him. She cannot understand how lonely Patrick feels inside. However, she seems unaffected and changes her dress, then goes out in the evening to meet her boyfriend. Patrick follows his mother to see where she goes. After a while, he finds out that she always meets the same boyfriend. While following his mother, Patrick sees a fawn wandering alone on the road. This is a metaphor used by the director to show how the fawn has also been left alone by its mother, wandering alone in the forest, just as Patrick feels alone in the village throughout the summer vacation without his mother. Seeing the fawn gives Patrick some comfort, and he becomes ready to make new friends the next day. He starts talking to a nearby girl named Mika, and after a short conversation, they become friends. Mika reveals that her parents are divorced, and she feels very alone as well. As Mika and Patrick become close friends, Patrick starts doing all the activities he used to do with his mother, cycling, swimming, and spending time by the lake with Mika instead. He begins to enjoy his time with Mika and is able to reduce his loneliness and anxiety, sharing his pain with her. He starts to feel less of his mother's absence. The next day, the woman whose husband was having an affair with Patrick's mother visits Patrick's house. She cannot say anything to Patrick, and since Patrick's mother is not at home, she sits alone and cries a lot. Patrick, acting as a well-behaved boy, offers her something to eat. That evening, Patrick's father calls, and both Patrick and his mother speak to him. Patrick's mother tells him not to reveal anything about her affair to his father. Patrick promises that he won't tell his father about the affair, hoping that this would make his mother spend more time with him. However, it doesn't seem to make a difference to his mother. Patrick becomes so distressed that he even starts hiding the key to the main door. He tries to prevent his mother from leaving, but she continues to go out to meet her boyfriend, even after scolding and arguing with him. No matter how much Patrick sits alone and suffers, it seems to make no difference to her. For Patrick, the only support he had was his new friend Mika, with whom he spent a lot of time, swimming in the picnic spot lake and playing games. However, his happiness didn't last long because Mika was being harassed by a much older boy. It seemed like Mika was very scared of this boy. Patrick was too young to do anything to protect Mika from this gang, but he was deeply hurt because the boy was threatening Mika, saying that she couldn't meet Patrick and could only meet him. That night, when Patrick was following his mother, he saw Mika and the older boy spending a lot of time together. This sight made Patrick feel like his life was going to be lonely again. He became quite disheartened. He waited at home for a long time for his mother to return. When his mother came home late at night, Patrick asked for her time, but she was too tired and fell asleep, leaving Patrick to feel lonely even after her return. The next morning, Patrick meets Mika and asks her if the boy had forced her to do anything. Mika seemed frightened and ran home in terror. Patrick went to her and asked what happened, urging her to tell him. Mika started crying without saying anything. Patrick felt like she had been forced or mistreated. He runs over and attacks the boy from the group of older kids, but how can a small child fight them? The older boy overpowers Patrick, and he is unable to do anything. Shortly after, Mika returns to Patrick and tries to explain that they can still be good friends, asking why he was so hurt. But Patrick was deeply hurt inside. He didn't want to talk to Mika because he was already very hurt by his mother. When Mika also hurt him, he became emotionally violent. He couldn't control his emotions, and he took out his anger and frustration on Mika, speaking to her harshly. As a result, Mika was hurt and decided to leave. Patrick couldn't understand what was happening, he was just a small child. He didn't know how to deal with these situations. His mother didn't support or guide him. Without any parental guidance, he was left to navigate his own world as best as he could. This led to a buildup of unspoken emotions, leaving him deeply frustrated. That night, Patrick's mother comes home crying. It seems like she had an argument or breakup with her boyfriend. Patrick's mother remains sad for several days, but seeing his mother at home makes Patrick quite happy. He begins to take care of her and is relieved to have her around. One night, Patrick's dad suddenly returns home and brings many gifts for them. Patrick now feels that his summer vacation will turn out great because his dad promised to spend the summer vacation with him. They spend quality time as a happy family, and Patrick is very pleased to see his mom and dad together. His loneliness seems to be gradually disappearing, and his anxiety is decreasing. One night, while playing chess, Patrick's dad asks him if his mom was meeting anyone or coming home late after he had left. However, Patrick had promised his mom that he would not reveal her secret. Therefore, he does not tell his dad about his mom's affair. But Patrick's dad becomes suspicious because of the noticeable change in Patrick's mom's behavior. At the same time, Mika visits Patrick at home and asks to talk to him. On Mika's request, Patrick goes cycling with her. After swimming in the lake, Mika tells Patrick that her summer vacation is ending and she will be leaving soon. Mika feels quite sad about hurting Patrick, but there is nothing more Patrick can do because once the summer vacation ends, Mika has to leave. When Patrick returns home, he sees the same lady who had visited his house a few days ago coming down the stairs. He goes inside and finds his dad sitting in the bathroom, crying. Patrick realizes that this lady must have told his dad about his mom's affair, as the lady's husband was involved with Patrick's mom. Patrick is deeply upset by the fact that his dad has now decided to leave and go back to work, possibly never returning. Patrick's mom tries to convince his dad to stay, but once trust is shattered and the foundation of relationships is broken, it becomes nearly impossible to hold on. Patrick's dad leaves, and the summer vacation comes to an end. Now, Patrick has to go back to school. His mom takes him to school, but they don't talk to each other as they walk down the street. Patrick is very angry with his mom because her actions led to his dad leaving them. Her selfish behavior prevented him from making friends, and he is mentally blocked from interacting with other children. He no longer feels the love from his mom. As they are crossing the railway tracks, his mom walks ahead while Patrick lags behind. This scene is a metaphor from the director, illustrating how one moves forward in life while leaving children behind. It also suggests that an emotional outburst or an unexpected event, like a passing train, can crush your dreams and loved ones without warning. When his mom looks back and sees Patrick lagging behind, she becomes frightened and starts crying, worried about what will happen to her child. This moment makes her realize who truly matters in her life, who is important, whether it is the man she meets regularly or her husband and son who have always been there for her. She cries a lot. It becomes clear to her that she might need to change the track of her life. And with that, the movie ends. We hope you all enjoyed this video and will give it a like. Please subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much for your loving comments. See you in the next video.